Dear viewers, welcome back. You're watching Vision for Success. Here with us, Imam Shamsi Ali. We are discussing Zakat management in Islam. So you were talking about that you held a conference 2 years back on Zakat management. And
Yes.
is there any initiative to organize Zakat here in US?
Yes, of course. There are some Muslim charity organizations, like Islamic Relief, ICNA Relief, Helping Hand, and many others. Zakat Foundation, all these are doing zakat around. But unfortunately, there is no so far networking of zakat organizer or manager in the United States. So when you organize, it's not just the United States conference; it was the worldwide conference. We had participants from Bosnia, from Nigeria, from India, from Pakistan. I think Bangladesh also. We had someone came. We have some from the Middle East, from Indonesia, Malaysia. This is the second conference on Zakat World Forum. And so Nusantara Foundation, my foundation, basically hosted that because they wanted to show something in the midst of capital world. New York is known as the center of capitalism, and they wanted to bring zakat into New York. And so we talk about how best practice in managing zakat. And it's a lot of discussion, but unfortunately I think it was still in the process of ideas, opinions, not implementation. Indonesia is a very large Muslim country, for example. We have over 200 million Muslims in the country. Quite a lot of rich people. But zakat is less than what the Malaysian people give, because Malaysian people has more commitment to give zakat. Similarly in India, Muslims are giving more zakat, and zakat in India have been utilized for poor people in the Muslim communities. So I think in our third conference in India this coming October, we're going to talk more about how to collect it, and the ideas of developing zakat, not only to giving directly to the poor, but to develop it. How to build economic institutions, for example, markets, so that people can empower themselves through that market. Businesses where that business generate income for the poor, not for the government or for anyone else, but for the poor. We are going to discuss about that.
How zakat was managed in the time of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and in the time of Sahabis? Particularly, we know about the Hazrat Umar's time.
It was managed very simple, of course, because that is the nature of the time.
It is collected by.
It is collected by. From the very beginning, there is what we call amilina alayha, the zakat managers. There are some people who are functioning, particular, especially to collect and manage. Manage here means in the time of Prophet is just distributing. In the time of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, there is what we call Baytul Mal. Baytul Mal means the place where wealth is accumulated, stored, and when there is an emergency situation, that stored wealth can be generated. And so this is the way in the time of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because there is no big market, there's no big store, there's no big business opportunities. So it was managed very, very simple. But I think the time changes. Now we are living in the digital world. I think also paying zakat through e-zakat, for example, is very important to develop. People can go and pay zakat through our website. And then also empowering the people through digital ways, also it is possible. And so everything is changed basically. And as long as you don't change the number 2.5%, as long as you don't change its obligation to become not obligation anymore, because we have zakat tax, that is wrong. But as long as you have zakat, how to collect it, how to manage it, how to distribute it, it is something that is, it depends on the time where you live in.
So is there any initiative in US, centrally we can collect zakat or something?
To be honest with you, I don't see that we have so far here centralized effort, that we have let's say, a center where people can accumulate zakat from all Muslims nationwide. Alhamdulillah, we Muslims in America is quite well off. The average income of Muslims are higher than average income of Americans. It means Muslims are richer than average Americans. But I think the zakat is not managed yet professionally, properly. And that's why if you go to the masajid, still people are standing out there begging, which is not appropriate. if the zakat, the masjid management sees them and they're serious about, they will talk to them. That don't ask the people, don't beg the people. Of course, you don't have right to reject the begging because they have the right to do so. But you can remind them that we are collecting zakat, we have some fun, but you have to be professional.
So if I pay zakat but not in the right place or right person, is it do I fulfill my obligation?
As long as you don't know. Let's say you give zakat to someone, looks like poor, but in fact he's not a poor. But you don't know. That you fulfill your obligation. What is said here that your money is not empowering the poor because it has been given to the wrong person, but you don't know it. And anything that is out of knowledge will not be judged by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
But if I give zakat to show it off.
Of course, and it's not only zakat, but everything we do in Islam in terms of ibadah, in terms of amal, anything must be with sincerity. Zakat is not just social gift. It's not just social thing to do, to give some money. But it's an ibadah to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when we talk about ibadah, we are talking about sincerity. We are talking about ikhlas that comes from the bottom of your heart.
How can we educate Muslim more about zakat and initially?
Yeah, I think the most important, the ulama themselves must understand fully first. What does it mean to be zakat? So that they can preach, they can encourage the people, and they can explain the purpose of zakat, that zakat is not only to feed you once or twice a day or 3 times a day, but more importantly to free you from your situation being poor people. And I think if we can deliver this, people will see that this zakat is crucial, important. But more importantly, it is empowering our community. And people are now competing in building communities, in building markets. I think it's a time for us also Muslim to have our own market. I would like to encourage the Muslim to have their own central banks as a Muslim central bank, Muslim IMF, we call it International Muslim Fund, for example, IMF, where Muslims affairs are organized, managed. Where there is a Muslim problem in Myanmar, we can help them through IMF, International Muslim Fund, for example, where we can do that. But unfortunately, I think it's not yet in the minds of many Muslims.
So we can build like training and other institution also by zakat.
Yes, of course. It is very important to do some training. Training here means zakat management, how to manage zakat, how to collect also zakat, and how to distribute it, zakat. All these need professional management. It's not only just go to the door and ask the people to pay zakat, but you have to know how to calculate that ownership so that you can take or you can. And by the way, the language of the Holy Quran is khudh, take. It means we have to be proactive in collecting zakat. It's not only hoping that Muslim will pay zakat.
Like can anybody pay zakat to the to any movement like Muslim Day Muslim Day Parade or something like this?
If we take the interpretation of fi sabilillah, the Muslim Day Parade possibly is one of that efforts to minimize Islamophobia and to fight against prejudice. So it is really important in America. It is a part of jihad fi sabilillah. Then it is possible. You can pay that zakat so that we can organize it more effectively, efficiently, bigger, in a more professional way. You need money, and that's what is fi sabilillah here in New York City. So we don't have any war, no battlefield, but we have this as a part of fi sabilillah because the fi sabilillah is one of the criteria of the people to receive zakat. So Muslim Foundation or of America or Muslim Parade here deserves zakat if you understand the ayah fi sabilillah in that way.
So what is your advice for the viewers?
I just wanted to say that this is a very crucial again, given zakat is a foundation of Islam, and if you don't take it very seriously, it means you're not taking your religion very seriously. Secondly, you have to think about your brothers around you, because you may have more, and that what you have basically belongs to others, and you are keeping others' rights, and that is very dangerous.
Thank you very much, Imam Shamsi, being with us. I hope the viewers will learn from this discussion. Thanks once again.
Thank you.
দর্শক, ভুল জ্ঞান, ভুল ব্যাখ্যা, ভুল পদক্ষেপ আমাদের সবার জীবনকে দুর্বিষহ করে তুলতে পারে। সফলতার জন্য অপরিহার্য হচ্ছে সঠিক জ্ঞান। আসুন ইসলামকে সঠিকভাবে জানি। অপরিহার্য হচ্ছে আধুনিক জ্ঞান। অপরিহার্য হচ্ছে ভিশনারি হওয়া। ভিশনারি উদ্যোক্তারাই বদলে দিতে পারেন সমাজ ও অর্থনীতি। ভিশন, আত্মবিশ্বাস, পরিশ্রম ও ধারাবাহিক চেষ্টা এনে দিতে পারে সাফল্য। আসুন সফলতার জন্য সেভাবেই চেষ্টা করি, নতুন প্রজন্মকে ভিশনারি উদ্যোক্তা, পরিশ্রমী হতে এবং ইতিবাচক ভাবতে শেখাই। অনুষ্ঠান সম্পর্কে আপনার পরামর্শ মতামত লিখুন visionforsuccessus@gmail.com। অনুষ্ঠানটি প্রচারিত হবে প্রতিদিন রাত 9টায়, পুনঃপ্রচার সকাল 11টা এবং দুপুর 2:30। ইনশাআল্লাহ আবার দেখা হবে আগামীকাল এই সময় এখানে টাইম টিভিতে। আসসালামু আলাইকুম।